Che, one of the rising stars within the rage scene, a trap rap subgenre that has evolved thanks to pioneers like Playboi Carti, has just released his second studio album, Rest in Bass. In the beginning years of rage music, it was something that I was expecting to come and go, especially since the most popular rage rappers like Destroy Lowly and Ken Carson made music that just did not interest me at all, but it seems like rage is still living on and continues to slightly evolve. And Gay, one of the newer artists of this subgenre, with his debut album being released back in 2023 I think, is easily one of the most unique voices to come out of rage in the mainstream. He certainly has a better ear for beats than the likes of Ken and Destroy. It's been a long time since I've heard a more aggressively hard-hitting start to an album than Slam Punk, a song that very much lives up to the in-your-face energy of its song title. The beat has these looping squeaky sirens that break the sound barrier, with DJ Renesee hyping up this album opener in the intro, with Che rapping straight after, sounding fully energized. He does admittedly sound a lot like Carti, but I wouldn't say it's to the point where he's directly ripping him off. The lyrics are certainly distinct to him. I don't know any other rage artists throwing out references to Lil B and Slipknot. The ad-libs of Gun sound like if Westside Gun was a rage rapper. It's possibly the loudest banging start to an album I've heard all year. The bass in On Fleek is distorted to the max. The bass sounds like it's fighting for its life. It breaks the sound barrier even more than the album opener, probably causing more people to go deaf than your average Mr. Beast video. I just want the type of song that would give old heads a heart attack. Che is even shrieking and screaming in the ad-libs. If he went back in time and showed this to Mozart, he would die on the spot. Why did he go there? But even with how loud the beat is, his voice still sounds so clear through the mix. Lip Filler probably has the most accessible beats thus far in the tracklist due to how infectious the synth lead is. It sounds like something out of a futuristic video game based in space. The consistency of bangers with amazing beats doesn't end there though, because in Hood Famous we get 2 for 1. Oh yeah, the first beat sounds like an alien robot malfunctioning and coming back to life. The lyrics about WWE and WrestleMania only intensify the hype, and then the beat switch that occurs is genuinely one of the sickest beat transitions I've heard all year. Like, on the surface you might think it's just a straightforward, stupid, fun album, but the production throughout is genuinely very detailed and refreshing, especially given how brief the runtimes are. The first part of the track could have cut abruptly and then let the song play the second beat, but no, we got the synths from the first beat malfunctioning and sort of glitching out as a way of transitioning. I was hoping more out of the Osama-san and Che collab. Hellraiser, since Osama-san, Che's contemporary, has been putting out some greatness as of late. I was hoping it would raise something more than just hell, but it didn't. If you could say a song was Che by the numbers, this is a decent example of that. The collab with Xavier Sobase in Mannequin certainly works out much better, as both of them hop on one of the best beats on the entire album. Look how even Genius describes it: rambunctious. There are some clear flaws about this album though, the most obvious one being that the lyrics are repetitive and not that good. He really has a limited range of topics to rap about. Like, as much as I love Hood Famous, the last verse has little to no lyrical substance. The same can be said for the first verse to Boss Up. They certainly pale in comparison to the first verse in DIOR Leopard. 80% of the lyrics on the album are pretty much about getting head, sex, and shaking a nice good pair of cheeks. The lyrics about shaking cheeks do admittedly bring out some catchy moments, like on Do Dear, clap me on the ass and I ask her who's daddy. The guitar riffs are also killer, but to be fair, music like this doesn't really need good lyrics as long as the beats are great, the flows are great, the vocals are great, the mix is great, and for the highlights here, it pretty much ticks all the boxes. Yeah, the lyrics could be better to make the song better, but it's not that big of a deal for the highlights here. As for the lowlights, the lyrics more serve as just an additional flaw that sticks out more, as everything else about the track is less interesting than the album's high points. Like on Die Young, where instrumentally and flow-wise, it isn't delivering anything new that the previous tracks haven't. So with lyrics this tedious, it only just drags the track down even more. There are also— How'd I die? How? There are also moments where he tries to get more melodic, and this approach tends to be pretty hit or miss. Take a track like Marceline, clear proof that his voice just isn't nearly as appealing when he leans into this melodic sing rap compared to when he's going all out on the bangers. There's also EARDRUMMER, which sounded promising as the vocal melody in the first 4 lines of the chorus sounds so amazing to the point where even if I play it in the background, it always grabs my attention without fail. It also goes hand in hand with the genuinely elegant instrumental, but then his flows for the rest of the chorus just get more sloppy and less infectious. I still like the song, but there is a bit of wasted potential in how much better it could have been. The track that I think of where this melodic approach works out the best is in the first half of DIOR LEOPARD, I don't know how to say it, where Che's more gentle, less aggressive flows sound sort of hypnotically satisfying over this beat that is, while still rage, also sort of unexpectedly blissful. And then when the beat switches, it's like I'm being abducted to a space shuttle that has this dance floor with aliens on it. The second beat is even less hard-hitting and even more blissful than the first. As far as rage music goes, very few manage to get unironically more beautiful than this song. It's to the point where it almost made me forget that he's rapping about finger fucking. I'd also say the other melodic cut, MDMA, is one of the better ones as it has a long yet still infectious chorus. I guess one last flaw that I feel is worth mentioning is the Chucky feature. It sounds a bit out of place since he is obviously a drill artist. He sounds so monotone and lifeless on the mic too. It makes me want to fall asleep low key. But overall, while there are some aspects of western bass that I'm not that into, for the most part, it goes so hard. Yes, it is sort of one-dimensional. For an album with this many tracks, I do wish we got more refreshing switch-ups. I mean, for 18 tracks straight, you really either get a hard-hitting loud rage track or a melodic rage track, and really nothing else. Like I said earlier, the lyrics also aren't that good and have very little substance to them. It is a bit bloated, and the album experience does drag down a bit in the second half. The overall runtime is a bit longer than I want it to be, and there are a few moments, very few moments, but still moments, where the Carti influence is a bit too distracting, most evidently on Die Young. But still, the production is amazing, the flows are great, and the shouty ad-libs are insanely energetic and fun. Western bass is nearly everything that a good rage album should be. 7.7.